What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including an update on Roman Reigns' injury. WWE made a huge botch at Summerslam. Fans will have to wait until WrestleMania for a huge match. LA Knight wants to become champion. Logan Paul's SummerSlam injury. An unlikely superstar says he wants to win the Royal Rumble, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at an update on Roman Reigns' injury. Atop of today's news is a follow-up to the recent rumor that undisputed champion Roman Reigns was injured during his tribal combat match against Jey Uso. According to Fightful Select, Tuesday morning, Wrestling Observer reported that Roman Reigns got hurt early in the match with Jey Uso at SummerSlam. Fightful Select since confirmed that news. After SummerSlam, word came out that Roman Reigns was not advertised for any WWE TV episodes over the next few months. However, we did confirm that Reigns was planned for this Friday SmackDown, and as of now, there aren't plans for him to miss his internally scheduled appearances. That could always change. It's currently unclear whether Reigns was injured, and if so, how serious the injury is. According to the Fightful report, the supposed injury came as a surprise to creative. There were those who would likely be in the know in a creative capacity for SmackDown who haven't even heard about the injury until word emerged Tuesday. We're told that as of Tuesday afternoon, it hadn't changed creative. It's important to keep in mind that the injury has not been confirmed. Equally important is Roman Reigns' relaxed schedule, which typically sees him taking months off at a time. The rumored injury may be minor or non-existent, as Roman's absence from storylines could be his vacation. Even if Roman is injured, a lengthy absence isn't usual. Indeed, what Culture pointed out, Reigns' reduced schedule makes a potential injury less of an inconvenience. SummerSlam was the first defense of his undisputed WWE Universal Championship since WrestleMania 39 win over Cody Rhodes, and has just wrestled just 5 times total since the show of shows on April 2nd. Short of a catastrophic accident that sidelines Reigns for more than 6 months, it's easy to imagine the WWE concocting a storyline to write Roman off TV. Next up, WWE made a huge botch at SummerSlam. In other Bloodline news, a report suggests WWE changed up the rules for SummerSlam's tribal combat match. Ringside News is reporting after the event a screenshot made the rounds on social media, probably by us, which provided WWE's rules for the tribal combat match. And what were the rules? Well, according to WWE.com, it's tribal combat where anything goes, but no one can interfere until Jey and Roman's match is over. No disqualification, no countout. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Fans who saw the match know that the bout saw interference from both Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso, with both men doing their part to make sure Roman won the match. As they remarked, it's unknown if WWE plans to address the change in the rules. Given the WWE's willingness to book on the fly, it's just as likely the rules will be ignored come SmackDown. At the same time, it could make for an interesting twist in the ongoing Bloodline Civil War. One interesting aspect of this story is whether the WWE changed the rules after Roman Reigns was injured, assuming he was injured, and this could give him more breathing space to work a match since Solo could spend time battling Jey Uso. I mean, we got a little bit of a solution. Why not have a tribal combat match at SummerSlam for Bloodline supremacy? This would involve Solo Sikoa, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Roman Reigns. So who can interfere? Apart from Paul Heyman, but he's not family. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, will fans have to wait until WrestleMania for a huge match? Jey and Jimmy Uso now seem headed for a collision course after Jimmy betrayed Jey at SummerSlam, but will fans have to wait until WrestleMania 40 to see the twin brothers tussle? WrestleVotes is reporting, hearing that at least one creative force backstage wants WWE to wait for WrestleMania to do the first Uso brother versus brother match. However, that's unlikely at this point, I'm told, with the feeling that 35 weeks is too long of a stretch. It should go without saying that waiting that long for a match will be difficult to pull off, and it risks reducing or eliminating the interest for a match. What seems more plausible is for the WWE to have the two meet in several inconclusive matches before ending things with a stipulation match at WrestleMania. What do you guys think WWE should do? Next up, LA Knight wants to be WWE Champion. Will LA Knight become a world champion in the WWE? Well, Knight's fans will like to see this, and apparently their hero feels the same way. LA recently appeared on Raw Talk stating his goal to become world champion. This isn't a surprise, as LA Knight insinuated this during his promo with The Miz on this week's Raw. Next up, Sonya Deville updates fans. Sonya Deville is updating her fans on her medical condition following her ACL injury on the 4th August SmackDown. Deville posted a video update to her fans via Twitter as she jokingly said that the Women's Championship is cursed. Deville discussed her injury and how it's the first time she's been sidelined with one since she's been competing at age 5.
Obviously, it's super disappointing and it couldn't have come at a worse time, but I don't really think any injury comes at a great time. And that's kind of just how the cookie crumbles. I feel like coming back from this injury, although it's unfortunate, I feel like it's going to give me a bigger motivation and just passion for what I already love doing, and that's being in the WWE. So I love you guys. I wanted to thank you guys for all your support and tell you that I'm going to be back sooner rather than later, and I'm going to be ready to put my hair up and square up.
Deville has gone through tremendous adversity in a WWE career, including the well-known incident where a stalker invaded her home in an apparent kidnapping attempt. Sonya's strength is amazing and she'll no doubt be better than ever when she returns, which could be 6 months or longer. We send our best to Sonya Deville for a fast and full recovery and look forward to her return. Next up, Endeavor WWE merger nearing completion. It looks like the sale of WWE is nearing completion, at least according to a report from entertainment industry website Deadline, which recently reported the company said its pending deal to take control of the WWE and merge it into a new standalone entity called TKO Group Holdings is expected to close in mid to late September. Previous guidance for a deal close sometime in the second half of the year. It'll be interesting to see what changes, if any, are made once the merger is complete. There's been speculation that roster cuts could happen once everything is in its place. While Endeavor has stated it doesn't plan on making any changes to the WWE's talent roster, history has shown that statements like this are sometimes made just to create a sense of stability until a deal is finalized. Once a merger or acquisition is complete, all bets are off. Next up, Booker T amazed by Michael Cole. What recent action by WWE announcer Michael Cole has amazed Booker T? Booker T recently discussed Cole on an episode of his Hall of Fame podcast, saying, "I do know what, man, Michael Cole wants to wind down as well. So we'll have to see how long this thing will last. One thing I know about Michael Cole is he's a team player, man. He's a soldier, and wherever he's needed, he's going to step up to the plate. Cole has really worked hard to where he's at. Amazing to think that he's doing double the work when he wanted to wind down his career." Cole has been pulling double duty in the announce booth as he recently began working Raw and SmackDown, quite the change for someone who recently announced he sees his career winding down. According to PW Insider Elite, Endeavor and the broadcast partners of WWE made pushes for Michael Cole to be the primary face of the product. The report also noted Kevin Patrick was moved to SmackDown so we can get more experience with Cole and Corey Graves. Next up, Logan Paul's SummerSlam injury. While fans are waiting to see whether Roman Reigns was hurt at SummerSlam, Logan Paul recently confirmed he suffered an injury at the biggest party of the summer when he battled Ricochet. Speaking on his Impulsive show, Logan told his brother Jake, "Why do I look worse than you, and you had a fight and I had a wrestling match? You got punched in the face. Ricochet kicked me in the face, and I think it was a kick in the first 2 minutes, but I liked it. I like the actual pain. You gotta be careful out there, so I've learned, and I've gotten better with the mechanics of my wrestling moves." Logan was referring to his brother Jake's fight against Nate Diaz the same night as SummerSlam. Next up, Mustafa Ali looking jacked. Mustafa Ali is spending some serious time in the gym as seen by a recent selfie he shared on social media. Ali, who's been spending time in NXT, looks like he's more dedicated than ever to succeed in the WWE. And finally, an unlikely superstar says he wants to win the Royal Rumble. Last but not least, anything can happen in WWE, as saying one superstar is taken to heart when it comes to winning the Rumble. Current Raw superstar Ricochet recently chatted with the Sporting News revealing, "One thing I will do, win a Royal Rumble. I'm winning a Royal Rumble." Ricochet seems like an unlikely candidate for winning the Rumble as he's been stuck in the mid-card for most of his WWE career other than a brief run with the US and Intercontinental Championship. Nonetheless, Ricochet boldly proclaimed, "If I come out first, I'm still planning on winning. I feel like what with Ricochet is capable of doing. I feel that's no problem. I feel like the Royal Rumble, especially if you come out early, shows that tenacity and just everything about what it takes to win. It's always been my favorite event. Having everybody out there fighting over something, I love it. Obviously, like you said, everybody wants to be world champion. I'm sure everyone wants to win the Royal Rumble for sure, but even more, I want to win the Royal Rumble." Do you think Ricochet has a chance to win the Rumble? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.